welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I posted any content, but trust me guys, I'm back with some amazing fitness content. So for those who are new to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button down below. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do your lower body workouts without the use of any gym. Without much further ado, let's get to the workout. So in this exercise, you're going to ensure your feet hip distance are apart and your feet are pointing forward. And then you place your hand by your ears. You're seeing me place mine. And then you should ensure that you squeeze your shoulder blades together as you slowly bend forwards from the waist. And the aim is to keep the back straight and your chest parallel to the floor and returning to the starting position. So when you're doing this, inhale when you're bending forward and exhale when you return to your standing position. You should feel a slight stretch in your hamstring and your lower back, and your abdominal should be braced at all the times to be able to protect your back. You should do this for about 10 reps each set at most. The next exercise is important that you keep your abdominals braced to protect your lower back, and then keep the angle in your knees so that the tension remains in your quadriceps. And then inhale as you step forward with both feet and exhale as you step backwards in the original position. And you should ensure that the angle in the legs is kept when you step forward and when you do the same in the backwards motion. And then repeat this as many times as possible. In this exercise, ensure your feet are shoulder distance apart and you're staying in a half squat position. And then move your right leg out to the side and then bring the left leg towards you so that you maintain the distance between your feet to be shoulder distance apart. And then repeat the process as many repetitions are required. Inhale as you step the leg out to the side and exhale as you return back to the original position, and ensure you keep your abdominals braced to protect your lower back. In this exercise, stand in a position with your feet shoulder distance apart and your arms by your side. You sink your hips back and bend your knees as if you're sitting on a chair behind you, and at the same time you raise your arms in front of you to help you balance. For this, you're aiming for your thighs to be parallel to your floor, your knees in line with your feet, and your back should be straight. Use your glutes and quadriceps to straighten the legs and then return to the starting position. Ensure you breathe in as you sink down into the scout position, and then exhale as you return back to the standing position. As you're lowering your body, your knees should be in line with your toes and you should be sinking your hips backwards as if you're sitting on a chair. In these next few exercises, we are cooling down. So we are going to start with a seated forward bend. And as you can see, I'm seated on the floor with my legs straight out in front of me. And then as you breathe out, you lean forward from your hips. And then you keep your back as straight as possible, aiming to touch your toes with your hand. You hold that position for as long as you can do it. And then inhale at the start of the movement and exhale as you lean forward into the stretch. Next stretching exercise is a double leg stretch. And as you can see, we are laying on our back and then we are bringing our knee towards our chest, and then we strengthen the leg out towards the ceiling, and then you hold on to either behind the hamstring or the calf to gently pull the leg towards you. And then you should sit in this position for like 8 to 10 seconds, and you do it for both legs. So our next cool down stretching exercise is a standing hamstring stretch. And as you can see, I'm standing with the feet hip distance apart and arms by my sides. And then you rotate your left to 45 degrees to the left. Don't forget to brace your abdominals, and then lower your chest towards your your left foot, and then walking your arms down your left leg. When you have reached as far as it is comfortable for you, you hold to that position for like 8 to 10 seconds, and then don't forget to inhale in the standing position, and as well exhale as you bend forward into the stretch. And then you should be feeling the tension in your hamstring muscles as you bend forward. And then don't forget to brace your abdominals at all times, and then your back should be straight
at all times when you're doing these exercises. And then during this movement, you should not hunch your back. So we are done with the first stretching part. We are going to the second part of the exercises, and we're going to be doing a Cossack squat. And as you can see, I'm standing with my feet a little wider than the shoulder distance apart, and my back is straight. I'm placing my hand by my hips, and I'm squatting to one side by bending my knee. I'm making sure that it is in line with my toes, and then I'm ensuring the other leg is straight. And then as you do this exercise, you repeat to both sides. Inhale when you lower your body into the squat, and exhale when you return to a standing position, as you can see. And then you should be able to feel these exercises by feeling the tension in the glutes and the quadriceps of the bent leg on both sides of your leg. And then you should ensure your abdominals are braced at all the time. This is to ensure that we protect our back at all costs. The next exercise is lunges, and as you start in a standing position. You step forward with your right foot and imagine you're balancing a plate on your head. Lower your left knee down to like within 1 centimeter of the floor whilst bending your right knee. Use your glutes and quadriceps of the right leg to push yourself right to the starting position. Ensure you inhale as you perform the lunge movement and exhale as you push back to the start position. And the next exercise is bent over twists, and then as you can see, you stand with the face slightly wider than the shoulder blade apart. Raise your arms to the sides. Raise your abdominals as you bend from the waist. Rotate your torso to the right, touching your right foot with your left hand. Return to the starting position and repeat on the other side. Do this exercise as many sets as possible because as you can see, it's a very easy exercise. Inhale when you rotate to the right and exhale when you rotate to the left. You should be able to feel tension in your hamstrings as you can see because you're bending, and then your abdominals should be braced at all times. That's one thing you should never forget. Brace your abdominals at all times. This is to ensure that you don't hurt your back when you're doing this exercise, and your back should be straight at all times. The next exercise is heel raises. You stand with your feet hip distance apart and your hands on your hips, and then you lift your heels off the floor so that you're standing on your toes and squeezing your calves as you do so. And then you hold for a second and then return to the start position. Repeat this exercise as many sets as possible because it's a very easy exercise. Inhale at the start position and make sure you exhale as you lift your heels off the floor. You should be able to feel this movement in your calves, and make sure you squeeze at the top of the movement. So guys, we finally came to the end of the exercises, and we need to do a cool down by doing 2 power stretch exercises. And I'm going to start with a standing both thigh stretch, and as you can see, I'm lifting my foot behind me so that the knees are together and your right leg is bent. You hold on to your left foot with your left hand and you pull your foot slowly up towards your butt, and so that you can be able to feel the stretch in the quadriceps. You hold on to this stretch for like 8 to 10 seconds and be able to inhale for a count of 2 and exhale for a count of 2, and make sure you repeat this exercise by doing for both legs so that you can be able to feel the exercise effectively. So the final stretch we are doing is an alt hamstring stretch, and as you can see, you start in a standing position, your feet together and hands on your hips. You take your right foot forward so that the heel is on the floor and the toes are lifted, and then brace your abdominals as you lean forward from your hips, stretching your right hamstrings. And then you repeat this exercise for both legs, and then inhale when you're in your standing position and exhale when you're performing your hamstring stretch. You should feel a mild tension in the back of the stretched leg, and the spine should be straight at all times. So guys, do these exercises, and trust me, you don't need much, you only need this. So thank you for watching, and kindly subscribe to my channel.